Welcome to Hot Women Wanted.
We're three childhood best friends who have been through it all and talk about it all.
Everything from hot flashes to hot takes to hot topics. So come join us. Woman Wanted podcast. I'm Julie Cola, joined by my fellow co-hosts and hotties, Julie Strauss-Greeley and Meredith Young. If you were new to the pod, we really are truly three lifelong best friends who've been through it all and talk about it all, and we're obsessed with everything from hot flashes to hot Bravo topics. Hi, hotties. How you doing?
Hello, our missing hottie is back, our third wheel, Cola. How are you?
I forgot to say, today on the pod, we're going to be, sometimes we're more menopause, midlife focused, and sometimes more Bravo focused. But today we are more Bravo focused. We're going to be talking about, because we can't stop talking about it, Summer House.
Yeah.
And that crazy episode that was on this week with Amanda, I think, was psychotic moment, but we will get into and deep dive it. And Rhode Island, because we are loving these ladies, and
Won't stop.
we love the Jane Fondas of it all, and Jane's Fondas, and also we're going to be talking about the ladies of London finale, and we're going to be mourning it because it's one of our favorite newbies. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be covering today on the pod. And now, temperature checked. Hi, hotties.
Hi, officially hi. Cola, we missed you. We had such a great chat with Sonia. She was such a good guest, but you were missed. How was your time?
Sonia was amazing. I listened to it on my plane ride home from Ann Arbor. Went to my daughter's college graduation this weekend, which was amazing.
Blue.
Congratulations. Go Blue to the Michigan graduates, Chloe and her friends.
Congrats.
And on the plane ride home, I listened to Sonia Weber from Just Booking Around, and it was a great episode, Sonia. I missed. I've had a little FOMO. It was such a great episode, and we can't wait to have you back.
Takes.
Great takes. It was really a great episode. Enjoyed it very much.
It's always fun to have somebody else, because the three of us think a lot alike.
Yeah.
And so, because we're best friends and we're constantly texting and whatever, so we have a lot of the same takes. And it's always fun to have somebody new on here who's giving us just completely different takes. It's fun to hear.
I will say, Sonia, when we just started our podcast, Sonia did reach out to us on TikTok early on when we just started, and she would give us like little, I guess, pick-me-ups, like, oh, great episode, or love you girls. And it was always really fun just chatting with her via TikTok. So I think it's really fun when you start your relationship with somebody just through like DMs, and then you actually meet them IRL. So I'm glad you guys got to do that.
By the way, Cola, she met Genevieve, who's her co-host, through Instagram.
They met online.
Really? That's how they met?
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Genevieve. She's going to be a guest hottie in a couple weeks. So we're looking forward to having.
Can't wait for that one.
The other half of that duo. So that's exciting. Well, girls, I want to report for the temperature check that as you know, I got my period this morning.
Of course.
Because we are midlife focused. We are more Bravo focused, but the midlife of it all is, here I am. I did not get my period in April. No, I got it. What are we in now? May. I skipped April, got it in March, skipped April, and just got it today.
So you're starting a little like irregularity. I mean, Jules, you're at the, if we're talking about Mount Everest, you're in the village below.
Let me say this.
Right below.
Julie Cola is going to die with a tampon in her body.
Nary, stop it. You're jinxing. Don't ever say
that.
At
101.
You better say 110.
110.
I have to say, this is
110 with a tampon in your body.
Ridiculous. I'll be
walking into CVS with my walker.
I almost can't take these. It's like somebody should have come up with that brand, like the tampon for 100 plus, 90 plus. It's a product you thought you'd never need.
I would like super old.
Honestly, I will be a shriveled up raisin by the time this.
Oh my God! Oh God!
I mean, my new obsession is my crepey skin. I am obsessed, and you guys know I do not stop with the products. Lather, it's oils and lotions and potions. It's 3 different types of lotions after I shower. I got to tell you something. An hour later, I look down at my arm. I'm like, whose arm is this? I don't recognize it.
Wait.
Natty, are you there?
Same.
My skin is completely great.
My sister Ellie, she's just complaining about the exact same thing. And as Ellie's talking about it, Shop with Caroline pops up on my Instagram, and she just did a whole thing. I don't know what the product is, but she's selling something for crepey
Let
skin.
me tell you something. I have it all. I use it. I have it all to the point where my husband cannot walk into our bathroom anymore. He's like, is there any counter space left for me? I'm like, you're not getting crepey skin. I mean, seriously. It's like,
I know.
Man,
I have it too.
How easy can they possibly have it? Like, we get like saddled with everything.
I know, we really do.
But
We
it's
really do.
shocking. Like an hour after I moisturize and lotion up and oil up, I look down, I'm like, I do not recognize this skin. What is
I
happening?
agree. I have the same thing.
I
Same
will
thing.
say, this is not fancy
Creepy.
schmancy, and Julie's not going to like it, but I bought some Dove. I don't know what the name of the lotion is, but it goes on really thick and creamy, and it lasts.
Ooh.
It really soaks into your skin.
Jules,
It really soaks in.
appreciate the recommendation. Shout out Dove. We would love to be sponsored by Dove. We're big fans. Dove, feel free to send us any products.
I use
Julie,
Dove deodorant.
Jules,
Dove,
I'm so
Dove.
sorry. I'm not going to take a lotion recommendation from somebody who just today got their period. You are not in the same league as
No,
Mary and I,
no,
and you got to
no.
stop. You
All right,
got to
Sadly.
stop.
Okay.
Sadly,
all right.
All right,
All
we
right,
got to
well,
move on because we have a
we
lot
gotta
to
move
talk
on.
about.
Okay, let's jump into Bravo, and I think right now I think we have to jump into Summer House because it was last night, and we got to. And I know we talk a lot about Summer House on the pod, but you know what? It's just you can't stop talking about it because every episode I have to say gets worse and worse. And last night it was almost like a horror movie. I thought. Let's just jump into like we don't have to. We don't recap here. We just give our hot takes.
Yeah.
I have to say Amanda's scene
On
when
that
she's
beach.
on that beach talking to Mia, to me, was like a scene from a horror movie.
Yeah.
I have never seen anybody lie like that. It was so easy for her.
Let me give you the quote.
Yes, you have it?
The
Do you have it on your phone?
The way I would cut West off with one look from Sierra. What?
How about any man who wants Sierra needs to treat her like the best woman in the world?
What are we watching? Like,
It's
so
crazy.
she's
It's
the most
crazy.
horrible kind of psychotic, which
Oh
is
my God.
she's a psychotic in a way where she actually believes she's a good person doing good things. I don't think there's a more terrifying kind of psychotic.
I agree.
I really don't.
She thinks she's doing good things. I just think she's playing that to the camera. I think she is playing that line to the camera like the good guy. She thinks she's not going to get caught in this fucking weird romance.
I don't even think she's thinking about being caught or not being caught. I think she is so caught up in the moment that she.
But what's the moment? What's the moment?
She's
the way
loving
she showed
the
up with that
attention.
little snippet that we heard, and again, it's one little snippet, but what we heard from the reunion with this whole dialogue on the beach, it's like even she doesn't think she did anything that wrong. That to me is crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like,
So the reunion leak, I'm talking, okay, so between the reunion leak, which we can't quote because Andy Cohen will come after us, but we're not,
Please
no
don't.
quoting.
Please don't.
we didn't post it. We're just commenting
we
on
never,
it.
we
It's
never
news.
record, we never posted it. Between the reunion leak and that crazy monologue she gave on the beach to Mia.
A TED Talk.
And then her TED Talk to Mia about, how loyal she is to Sierra. And then cut to the, when she literally lit the match to Kyle. Listen, we don't love that Kyle said fuck you to her, but this is what I think wasn't right. However, I think they knew their marriage is over. I think that discussion has happened.
Yeah.
I think he said, I'm doing a residency in Las Vegas. And she said to him, I could care less. And then she brought it up so she lit a match that she knew she didn't give a shit about, and knowing everybody would go crazy if she said
didn't
it.
bring it up.
100%.
Lindsay brought it up.
Yeah, but
Amanda didn't say a word at the table. Lindsay brought the whole
But
thing
that's
up.
the point.
But she told Lindsay.
Exactly.
She told Lindsay. So she lit the match. She knew Lindsay was going to blab her mouth. She was smirking. And that's why I think, listen, I don't condone saying fuck you. I don't condone that at all. But I think it's because he knew that conversation had happened already.
He
looked at her like, I think he was like, what are you doing? Like, fuck you for bringing this up. Like, we already talked about this. I think that's more the context of the fuck you, even though it wasn't right.
The pictures of her faces, like
She was smiling.
She was smirking.
She was
smiling.
smirking.
She was watching this whole thing unfold in front of her eyes. And you're right, Jules. She could have at any moment been like, guys, it's totally fine with me. I'm good with this. We've talked about it. She could have totally stopped that train, and she did not.
Let me think he was looking at her like, what are you talking about? Like, that's why he got so frustrated.
Let me do you one better. She didn't even have to say that. This is still her husband, for all we know, at this moment, right? At this point in the narrative. She could have just said, guys, wait a minute. This is between Kyle and I. Like, Lindsay, I love you. I know you're trying to do something good. This is not where this conversation should be going. Like, they are a partnership for all intents and purposes, whatever, at this moment. She didn't have his back at all. She sat back, played the victim, which, by the way, that is why if there's any hope for her and West as a couple, it's this. They both see themselves as the victim. West does nothing but talk about himself, only himself, and how he's been victimized by this whole situation with Sierra for the last 2 years. And she, Amanda, does nothing but play the victim. That's what she was doing in the clip from the reunion, and that's what she was doing at that table.
I saw a part of his podcast recently where it was so pathetic, but he wasn't playing the victim. It was pathetic, but he wasn't playing the victim. He was saying, I screwed up. This is my bad. I screwed all this up. I have a lot of amends to make. It's going to take time. I'm going to make those amends. I mean, I hated it. I wanted to throw up, but he still said it. And I did think what he wrote to KJ was a start of at least some of the rhetoric he should be saying. Like, these are the words that should be coming out of your mouth, whether we believe them or not. Yes, he's got it.
Yeah. Me too. Too late.
That's true. Yeah. It's true. It's true.
Lost and found. The lost and found it. It's like, yikes. But good producing, Lindsay. I have to say, I lost my voice last summer. That is a quote.
Pathetic.
From West Wilson. I don't, if that isn't the epitome of white privilege, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
You lost your voice last summer? Are you fucking kidding me?
After you wrote that article in the New York Times, you lost your voice?
What are you talking about?
We also forgot, like, when they had that big dinner a few weeks back, and it was very powerful, and Sierra was talking about being a black woman and dating white men and how the public has, like, scrutinized that. And he didn't say one word. He was silent. No. He made it about himself, how he's hacked by the press. But then one little thing happens to Amanda. He jumps from his seat, moves his chair, protective. Very telling, Wes Wilson. Very telling who you want to protect.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
There you go. Your master.
He's so full of shit, too, because let's face it.
So full of shit.
Who ends up in the fight with Kyle? Not that it should have ever gotten to that level. And we don't want to see things get so out of hand. And we don't want to see two really good friends like Kyle and Carl go at it. And it's good to know that they got past that particular incident and they're okay now. But it's so fucking performative. You move your chair, you're sitting there, but you don't say a word. Okay. And then it's not you who stands up and is like, calm down. Hey, watch yourself. Don't talk that way. It's not you who gets up and follows Kyle outside and was like, what are you going to do? You're going to break something? Calm down, Kyle. It's not you. It's Carl. Carl's the one who stepped up. Wasn't fucking Wes Wilson. All he did was the little performative thing of moving his seat. Give me a break. This guy is such a piece of shit.
You know, it's so interesting that he's on this kind of now apology tour using all these nice words and apologetic words after the reunion where Amanda took all the heat. Not that I like Amanda. I'm glad Amanda took heat. But now all of a sudden the whole world has gotten these leaked audio tapes of Amanda acting like such a jerk, not him. And now he's on like, I'm so sorry. I have amends to make. I mean, it just makes him, the whole thing is just so ugly.
It's literally like, it requires you to go through some kind of mental gymnastics, the likes of which, and we've seen a lot of crazy people in these reality shows and a lot of narcissists and a lot of like tough personalities, female, male, all across the board. I mean, let's face it, not great husbands. We've seen it all. This is a kind of like mental gymnastics I've never witnessed. I've never seen two people play the victim and really think they're good people in their hearts and do the absolute shittiest thing. I can't believe it.
We'll say, as soon as he jumped out of his seat, I was like, well, if that isn't the mask slipping, they are fucking. There's no way. It didn't start last summer. That is the biggest tell I've ever seen. Like, I'm sorry. Leaped out of his seat. That to me was, and she looked for him. She looked over. She looked at him. Come get me. He got her like Prince Charming. I'm going to save you.
But he didn't. He's not the one who got in Kyle's face. He did nothing. It's like this performative baloney.
Yeah, I agree.
For me, I nearly choked. I couldn't believe it.
Then I want to go back to watch what happens live with KJ because KJ read Wes Wilson's apology, right? Now, on Threads, that apology got ripped to shreds, and I'll tell you why. First line was, I wanted to thank you for your articulation and kindness, and people did not like articulation. That really did not go over well on Threads, especially with Black women and Black men. They did not like that Wes Wilson used articulation.
Okay.
They thought that was
that
really...
he was like, oh, you communicated yourself so clearly.
Yeah. Would you say that to a white guy? You know what I mean? Like, they were like, no, that is fucking condescending. Don't like it. That really did not go over well today on Threads.
My heart really broke for KJ. First of all, that was such a daring move on Andy Cohen's part. He never does daring, like, stuff like that.
Yes.
I really was like, in the moment watching it, I was like, wait, he's going to ask him. And then KJ's like, should I read it out loud? And I was like, please pan the camera to Dara, who probably was like, don't do it. Your mental health. You're suffering. But
I think Andy wanted him to. I think he wanted to. He was kind of like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But
I think Andy was prompting him.
I think Andy was prompting him. But what I want to say is I felt so badly for KJ because you could really see, first of all, it really messed him up getting that apology and reading it. But also, KJ is really torn. Like, he had, I mean, just the fact that scene in the episode, the beginning of the episode of like being so thankful for these guys. And then again, he shares another painful thing from his childhood about losing his older brother and never really feeling like he had those kinds of relationships in his young adult life and in his adult life. Now he feels like he's found those relationships here. West is the guy that he had a previous relationship with, brought him in. It's like he is stuck. This kid is torn because he has a lot of love for West, and that doesn't just go away.
Right.
And then a ton of anger. And it's like, I'm really heartbroken for him. Like, he's really struggling, and I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. Like, he was like saying how much, like, he's like, Sierra's like a real sister to me. Like, this is a real thing. This is like my real sister. And so, like, he has her back, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, from the very beginning, when he met Mia and Sierra, as hot as they both are, and they are like crazy gorgeous, it never was a flirtation. It was always like they always had a sisterly, brotherly bond, the three of them, right? It was never like flirty.
No.
Never.
Yeah.
He's like a younger brother to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as a younger brother, he's very protective of them. You know,
he is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else we want to say about this?
No, just that, we watched Sierra like let her guard down in such a real and vulnerable way. And
she was so light this episode. She was so happy to have this friendship back, or whatever this is back in her life. She like gave him a hug at the table and told everybody she called him my favorite person in the world at that table.
I know.
This is like, I don't know how you do this. Like, I don't know how. You've heard those words. Like, those words were uttered last summer. Whenever you think this started, whether it was an emotional affair, whatever, something was going on last summer, whatever it was. How do you do this to somebody else?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. That's the only piece that I'm left with, which is like, wow, that woman really, she opened herself again.
I know.
She was so open with Wes when they were dating, and then she shut down, and now she reopened, and it's just so hard to watch because she's really genuinely enthusiastic and excited, and she wants to be with him. She says things like, like,
you're my best friend, or
I'm drawn to you. I want to be with him. I couldn't, now I can. And it's just such
person in the world.
But you know what? He doesn't say it back.
No, he never does.
Never does.
He doesn't say it back, which is interesting. And I'm paying attention to that. He doesn't say that back.
Never does.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, okay. I think we've
beat this. Well, to quote Alicia, what's Alicia's quote? This is the perfect segue into Rhode Island. We beat a dead horse. We beat a dead horse, but she could not get that quote right.
No. She's like, we beat the horses. We beat the horses. We beat the horses.
We've beaten the horse. Like, oh, God.
Well, okay. Rhode Island, Real Housewives of Rhode Island continues to make us laugh.
Wow.
Yes. My God, it's a great watch.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I think New Jersey should come back.
No, it shouldn't.
I mean,
definitely not.
They can't compete with this. This is
Okay.
top-tier television.
Can we start with the fact that their trip was 15 minutes down the road to the mansion?
Love it. Gotta love it. And you gotta love, well, also it's like, you gotta love Bravo. Like, not wanting to invest all that much until they know they've got a hit on their hands.
100%.
We're not even going like along the eastern seaboard to another New England town. We are not leaving the state of Rhode Island, which is as big as a postage stamp.
I know.
Crazy.
15 minutes down the road.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh my God.
But I have to go back to what you said, Cola, because I really do think that's the magic. And that's what was so great about Jersey for all of those beginning years. And they have managed to recreate that perfect formula because Jersey, they were all related, or like if they weren't actually blood related, they were best friends from childhood like us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they all grew up together. They all knew each other. Their parents knew each other. Their cousins. This is exactly that. The only two, interestingly, who don't fit that formula are Rosie and Ashley. And I got to tell you, they're sticking out like a sore thumb to me. They can't figure a way to seem like meshed in with the group.
Mary, you're not going to like it. I think Ashley doesn't fit in.
I agree.
I think Rosie does. Because Rosie and Kelsey, her name Kelsey, they're going at it, and I like it.
Yeah.
I'm entertained by it. But every time Ashley's on, I'm like, she just seems awkward and like not blending.
I think last week we did talk about it, and I think Sonia had something that I thought was really smart, which is Ashley's like our narrator. She's like almost on the outside, and she narrates the whole thing for us. She's the outsider looking in. She giggles sometimes. She's like she's almost like an outsider in the group, and it's like one of us kind of looking in. It was her point. I thought it was a really good one. I will say I was falling on the floor laughing.
Oh my God.
When Ashley, first of all, her mask where it had no holes in it.
No, wait, could we have a second talking about the masks? Like, first of all, I hope everybody noticed that whenever it came your turn, like it could have been 2 hours later, by the way, to take your mask off, they all had indentations on their skin, like on their cheek skin. The masks were so tight fitting. Not only that, you literally couldn't see, eat, breathe through these masks. Like, it was like, what is happening?
In particular, Ashley had no holes. But the fact that she was crying, sobbing, that she had nothing to cry about. I was like, Ashley,
crying that she had nothing to cry about. And then it was like, literally, it was like, but it's going to happen someday. It's like, what? Like, even Alicia, who we know, things go over her head. Even got that loud and clear. It was like, she's got nothing to say. She's like crying about nothing.
Exactly. Everybody else has these stories. They're sharing their lives. She's like, I just have nothing. I'm like, Ashley, girl, she's just not a housewife, you guys. I mean, she's not. She's a bachelorette. And so
she is not a housewife. And Kelsey was a guest on Gabbing with Gibbs episode today, or maybe it was yesterday, but I listened today. And she said, listen, there's history with me and Rosie. She goes, it's not just what you see in the episode. She goes, she started before we ever started filming. That's where the bad blood comes from.
Okay.
And she goes, we were all on a group, all the people that were cast were on a group chat before we ever started filming. And there were also 2 other people on the group chat that didn't end up in the show. Ashley wasn't in the group chat, by the way. So I don't know if that means Ashley was cast later, or she didn't sign right away, or maybe she wasn't sure. I don't know.
Okay.
But she said that Rosie started shit in that group chat and was like trying to one up everybody and was like, I've worked in television. I know all about production. I was on the phone all day today with production, and we were talking about ideas for the show, and everybody was like, who is this chick? And also they all know each other. Like they all really know each other.
Forever.
Like, she's right.
By the way, hi ho, where did Dolores go?
Well, you don't need Dolores. You don't need Dolores. You don't need Dolores.
You know what?
We don't need her, but she's there and then not there.
I'm okay with it. She served us this show on a silver platter, and I am lapping up everybody. Listen, I only want Dolores back if Jersey doesn't come back. I'm in the camp where I think Jersey doesn't have to come back. I think this scratches that itch. I've said it all along. So, but like, in terms of like, if I don't need her on the show, like this show is.
But don't we have Liz? Like, do you need Dolores if you have Liz?
And also, Liz is such a truth teller. Alicia's thing with her, where Alicia was like, my struggle or whatever the theme was like, well, then for like a time we were homeless. And Liz is like, you were never homeless.
She's like, you live with your grandparents.
She's like, I'm not listening to that. La, 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 la.
She's like, oh my God, you were never homeless. She's like, we were homeless. We had to go live with my grandmother. She's like, your grandmother in her huge house. Like, that's homeless.
Exactly. Oh my God.
But I will say,
go.
Another thing that popped out at the dinner, Joellen was sent away a la Paris.
Yeah.
Right.
That was sad.
That was sad. I feel for Joellen.
Yeah.
I really do.
Oh my God, there must be a lot of trauma there.
Yes. What did you guys think about the whole conversation about Kelsey being genuine?
Don't think that Kelsey was really giving her a compliment. I mean, I think it really was the definition of a backhanded compliment. I mean, maybe in the moment she was saying like, wow, okay, you really I really feel like that what you just shared is truthful. So I think she was saying that, but you don't have to say part 2, like just zip it.
Right.
Like, you could have just sat there and said it. Right. Like it was totally backhanded to be like, I feel like you never share the truth, but now you just did. So thanks for doing that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, And I mean, Ashley just trying to stand up for Rosie is just pathetic. And Rosie, like, they do the flashback, and Rosie's like, I really didn't like it when they were on the boat. She's like, I really didn't like it that you didn't stand up for me. So Ashley is like, you could see the wheels turning, like, Ashley, I guess I better stand up for her and say something. She's like, well, yeah, that was a backhanded compliment. It's like, oh my God.
Poor Ashley. Yeah. She's in over
her head. These two, I mean, Kelsey and Rosie seriously have beef.
Yeah.
So I don't see them making up so quickly. Listen, this cast is so perfectly cast, the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having such a good first season. What happens for season 2? You just never know. Let's talk about Rula being absent, because there's a lot of dialogue out there and the socials about Rula. And some news broke this week for Rula. Like, it's like, wait, what? I mean,
so say what it is, Julie. Say what the news was.
Think the news is, I hope this is legit. I've now seen it on a few different places. Apparently,
we'll say allegedly.
Allegedly, right, thank you. Allegedly, Brian has given part of his business to this mistress.
Can you imagine?
No, I don't know if she was part of it to begin with. Was she part of it? Is that how they met?
I don't know. I think this woman is holding them hostage.
Blackmail.
I do
I think
too.
it's blackmail.
The other story that came out this week, which was really interesting, and a bunch of the podcasts that I listened to, that we all listened to, were talking about it, is that it's been alleged that the reason that they didn't go on the bus to the polo thing had nothing to do with Brian's mother. No kidding. But that the mistress was threatening him with like crazy texts and phone calls that she was going to show up to the polo event because there were cameras there, and like do a whole thing in front of the cameras and blow him out.
That would have been fabulous.
Exactly. They had to go calm her down.
Yeah.
And that's what he had. I mean, this woman is holding them hostage, like clearly. Yeah. Like Rula's not even filming half the time because of the shit that's going on.
Yeah.
Who is this woman?
She is still with him. I mean, we saw her watch what happens live, and they're still totally together. He was in the audience. I mean,
would you show your face if you were Brian? Would you show your face at Watch What Happens Live? And Andy gave him the opportunity to be backstage, but he chose to sit in the audience, which I thought was
it's like
nuts.
It's Todd all over again. It's Bronwyn and Todd all over again. And I said that the other week. This to me feels exactly the same. Remember when Todd was sitting in that front row of all the things that people were saying about him? And there he is smiling ear to ear in the front row at Watch What Happens Live. It's like, wait, what? They're going to show these clips. This is mortifying. I don't know. It's just the same thing. To me, it feels the same thing. I think this is her only. I think this woman is exacting so much revenge, and it has made it so unbelievably messy and horrible, more than any other like standard affair.
Yeah.
And I think Rula is figuring like this is her way out. Like she's got to use this show to somehow get out of this.
See, really? I'm not getting that. I'm feeling like Rula is a traditional woman who is going to stay in her marriage no matter what. That's what I'm getting out of her. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
Have kids with it. She did divorce once, but she didn't have kids with that guy. And her kids are
young. I don't know what she's thinking. It does seem right now that she's protecting him at all costs. But I don't know, to your point, Strauss, if she's doing that till she builds herself some credibility on the show, and then she's going to leave him like Bronwyn did. Bronwyn was at the Met Gala.
I know she was.
Looking gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
With her young boyfriend.
How did she get to the Met Gala? Who invited her?
I think she was working it too, like a Sierra thing. But I think she was on the carpet.
Sierra were both working it for E.
Yeah, they're on the carpet. Yeah.
My God, Bronwyn, I mean, she's a rising star.
Rising star. I know. I love it. Can't wait to have her back on my screen. And she deserves all the success in the world. See you, Todd. Yeah. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. 100%. I feel the same way about Brian. I mean, bye, Brian.
Yeah. Right.
I know, but do they need the money? I don't know where the money, you don't know where the money, like, it's like why Kyle's not divorcing Mauricio. There's a lot of money wrapped up in these marriages, and that's why some people don't get divorced.
Right. I know we're not talking about Beverly Hills today, but how calm was Kyle when she was like, it's mine.
That was mine.
Oh, yeah. It's mine.
In the softest...
And then Kathy Hilton, the best. Does he know that?
The softest, most chilling voice. I was like, Kyle, are you okay?
Because you know what? She's already said that to him.
Yeah. I don't buy
that line has been said several times to Mauricio.
Exactly. 100%.
That wasn't the first time that came out of her mouth.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Divorce me? Good luck.
Exactly. And that's why I think they're not divorced. I swear to God.
It's money.
He can still be a playboy. He can fuck around all he wants. He can date whoever he wants. He can have a separate life, which we now know, we knew it last year, that he does have. And he doesn't have to pay her a dime. And he doesn't have to liquidate anything. He doesn't have to sell off any assets because all their money is wrapped up in this business. He doesn't want to touch it. So that's why they're not divorced. I don't think it has anything to do with this like family time and we go away together and we have dinner together and it's going to change that. It's already changed.
Yeah, I mean, she's with Morgan. She bought a house in Nashville. I mean,
I know. It's unbelievable how she denied. I know we're not talking about Beverly Hills. And now all of a sudden we're talking about Beverly Hills.
We can talk about this a little bit because that was exactly my takeaway too. These two things were my takeaway from the reunion. The comment about the business, and I don't feel like she was being all that honest.
No, of course not. Yeah. She never is. She never is.
But I feel like some people online were like, finally, Kyle at the reunion alluded. I'm like, she didn't. She didn't tell us any other thing. And you know what really came out of that is that a few people on this cast had to lie their asses off for you to protect you for the last couple of years.
Yep.
That sucks.
And they did. They all did.
Show. And they all did, including Dorit. Doesn't mean that Dorit's 100% right and everything going on now, but Dorit covered her ass for years.
She did.
That's bullshit.
She did. I know.
I don't think she was honest at all.
I will say this. Dorit is annoying as hell. It always has been. And she's got some good points here too, right? She's so annoying. And I understand if I were around her, it would be so irritating. And just watching her, she's got some good points.
She does.
In this argument with Kyle. She really does. Yep.
The whole thing with Andy Cohen, who clearly can't stand Dorit. She's like, I don't know. She's sitting next to you. Ask her.
Well, she did. She got very sassy with Andy. I'm like, oh, Dorit, that might have just done you in. Remember what happened to Carol Raswell when she was a little sassy with Andy Cohen? You never saw her again on Bravo.
No, didn't see her.
She's coming back. She's coming back.
Didn't see her several years later. I was like, oop. Like, it was like, I don't know. She's sitting right next to you. Ask her. It's like, oh, God.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway.
All right. Okay. You guys, let's do our last hot topic. Let's do Ladies of London because it was the season finale. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love these ladies. And I will say, okay, I'm just going to jump into the Margo marketing.
Yeah.
Margo, my God, she blew that so fast. I can't even believe how fast she blew that one. I thought he was like, going to be kind of an asshole to her, but like, I thought he was giving her a little bit of an opening to be like, apologize. I'm like, all she had to say was, those were the wrong words. I'm so sorry. I realize how offensive that is. She didn't do it. She blew it. No. And then she went into the whole thing again about you were hitting on me. You were
flirting with me. You're hitting on. I think you want to sleep with me. It's like, wait, what?
It's unbelievable. I'm going to quote somebody we all know very well, very wise woman. We all know, Julie Strauss-Greeley. She's so right. She's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, Margo?
That is my favorite phrase.
She's
about
so
fighting.
right. She's wrong. And listen, Margo at the very beginning, it wasn't nice about the clothes. It wasn't as big as she made it, but yes, it's a little offensive, right?
She could have very simply said, you guys are talking about me behind my back and that hurts.
Yes, that's it. End of story. And she has taken this so far. She is so messy. She's so messy. And I kind of agree. She does dress kind of tacky. I mean, Mark's kind of right. Like, maybe
everybody in that cast, they dress amazing. I mean, that's like a very high-end looking cast. She dresses very like sexy, not very British. You know, she doesn't have the same style that they all do. I mean,
she's on Ladies of London, though.
Yeah. She's been living there 20 years. She's been living there a long time.
Well, she lives in LA now, but yes, she did live there for 20 years. And she likes to tell you how much she knows about British society and British culture. In the meantime, she sticks out like a sore thumb. And she overplayed her hand and in the worst way. And I understood exactly where
Martha?
Yeah, Mark? Is it Mark?
Mark
is coming from.
Yeah.
I really do understand the language was awful. I understood all the trauma and stuff that he brings to that. From his childhood. It's very real. I feel like he was being so open about it. That was like really painful stuff. So I'm over Margo. I don't need Margo to come back, actually.
Well, I don't know if she can because Martha's like done with her too.
Martha's done.
Well, that was the interesting thing. So when she was on Gibbs' podcast, Margo, last week, he asked her about Martha. And she's like, Martha and I are ride or die. We've been friends forever. We've been friends for over 20 years. And we're always going to be good. And we're always going to find our way back to each other. The way she talked about it, it almost made you think like, oh, they're friends again. Like they made up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or they're friends. Or like, oh, I haven't watched the end of the show, but the end of the show is they're going to be good. Yeah. And it's not how it ended. So now Gibb was saying.
But also Martha was on Watch What Happens Live. And she's like, no.
Yeah.
No friendship. No friendship.
Yeah, she said, we haven't spoken.
And I will say, on Gabbing with Gibson was saying on his podcast, like, he interviewed Margo before that aired. So then he said people gave him shit for doing the interview with her, being like, you didn't even ask about that comment. And, you know, and he's like, wait, I had her before that aired. So I didn't even know that had happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's just like, but I did get a lot of shit for that.
Yeah.
And that's why he said he thought her PR people did it on purpose. They were trying to get her
push it early.
Push it out early, get some good PR in the US before the season, the finale ended, which I think now makes sense. Yeah.
Kind of like how Mary Claire got duped with Amanda. They want to kill themselves for that piece. That fluff piece on Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh,
And let's just say Lady Martha Sitwell, a New York Times feature article, like they did a piece on her. Like, I couldn't love her more. Couldn't love Martha more.
Martha's
the darling of
Martha's
the show.
best.
For me, it's Martha and Kimmy all day long. Love
and
it.
Mark. I love Mark too.
And I love Mark. Oh, I love Mark. He's a star.
Yeah.
You know what? He's a star.
Yeah. I also love what's her name? The royalty one, Emma. What's her name?
I love the whole cast. Emma. She's
love
stunning.
her.
I love the whole cast.
Me too.
I love the couple. Who's the couple? Lottie and her husband.
I love Lottie and her son. And what's the model's name? Oh, she's gorgeous. I love her.
Isn't that Emmy?
Maddie or something?
Emmy. With the one who's
no,
boobs are
it's not
out.
Emmy. It's not Emma. It's not Emma. Her name is God, I should know this now. It's in our
I had them all up. There's Emma, Mark,
it's
Lottie,
Missy.
I love Missy. I just
the one
love
who
her.
always has a boob hanging out. Of course, Todd Greeley.
Yes.
Every time I have the show on, he goes, her boobs are literally always hanging out.
She loves her boobs. She likes to show them. She does. She likes to show her boobs.
Good for her.
Whatever she wears,
Good for her.
she wears, there's like boob showing. I'm like, and isn't it like the most fabulous boob you've ever seen?
Exactly.
It's like perfect.
They are. They're great breasts.
They are.
Like, all right,
on that note, guys, this is a
should
great
episode. Should I do a closing hot take?
Do you have a closing hot take?
I have a very humiliating one.
Please do it. Please
do it.
Yes.
Take it on.
Okay, well, hotties, I'm moving back to the menopause part of our segment. We are older women, and I like to think that I don't get snowed very often because I'm really like, I still work. I'm still in the world. Like, I know that all these things happen. I advise my 83-year-old mother all the time, don't click on that. Don't answer that.
No.
Okay. So I was on Instagram, and there was this like, do you have a soul dog? I'm like, oh, yes, I do. I have a soul dog. I have Ranger. And they're like, if you do, click on this. And I'm like, click. I mean, I couldn't have clicked faster. I was like, I do. And he's very old. And like, if anybody knows me, they know that's my soft spot right now. He's very old. And so I click it and it's like, oh my God, you can have a portrait done and you can be in a museum with you and Ranger. And it's this whole thing. It's women and their dogs. And I was like, I was crying, literally crying. So I fill out this whole thing. I'm being so vulnerable, you guys. Literally like being vulnerable, being like crying as I'm writing this thing down. It's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sharing the story of me and Ranger. I am sharing. That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing the story. This young guy calls me. We set up a time to talk for my portrait in the museum and the whole thing. And we set up a time to call talk. And this adorable young guy calls and he's like, hey, I want to hear more about you and Ranger. I'm like, I am crying on the phone with this guy, retelling the stories. And then we end the call and I'm like, so what's next? He's like, so, you give me $99 right now. I'm like, say what? I'm like, he's like, I'm like, so, are you going to give me any paperwork? He's like, what kind of paperwork would you like? I'm like, so I just give you $99? And he's like, to be in the museum or all these things. And Dan looks over and he's like, oh, okay. This is crazy. I hung up on the guy. I was completely had. There is no museum. There is no whole thing.
I mean,
it's all from, my God, I know. They prey on vulnerability.
I know.
We're in that
demographic. We are now. Well, Cola, you're not, but Mary and I are.
Yes. Good.
All right.
Anyway. If you want to be a guest on Hot Woman Wanted, please email us at hotwomanwantedpodcast@gmail.com. Please follow us on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Threads.
Yes.
We are all over the place. I'm making random comments on Threads. I'm happening to any thread. I land anywhere. You can't even believe it. I don't know. I'm like, where am I? But I'm commenting. I'm there. We love hearing from you. Drop us a message in our DMs, and we have some great guests coming up. So we're excited about that. And see you next week, Hotties.
See you next week, Hotties.
Bye.